SH Cosplay here, and today we are going to be doing a wig styling tutorial for cheap Elsa wigs you can find on Amazon. So these are two different styles of wigs I found on Amazon. This first one, I'll leave a link to it below, but I went to go reorder it and the wait was like 3-4 months to get it in, so that was kind of, no bueno for me. It was originally at the time, well, I didn't purchase it, actually my mother purchased it for me. It was $18.99, and this was about the same price point, either $18.99 or $17.99. So I'll have links to both of them below, so you can, if there's one you like over the other, you can make your own decision. When I did get this one, it was not styled at all. It was very, very puffy, very, if you didn't use any product, that's exactly how her hair would look, to be perfectly honest. And I know this because I had that hair back when I was like in 5th or 6th grade. It was just poof, poof, and then long in the back. So I think that's why one of the things I liked about Elsa, and I liked her design, when you looked at her hair, when you really picked it apart, you knew that when she woke up, it was in the morning, that it was a complete hot mess. And if she didn't have a bunch of, spray and mousse and whatever, it was never going to hold up. So don't believe the end of Frozen 2 when her hair's down and it's all pretty and lovely and even. That's a lie. Straight up lie. I'm going to tell you that right now. It would look more like a mullet. But like I said, that's what I really liked about her, because I understood it, I dealt with it, I knew the pain. So when I started, at first I just left the wig by itself with the poof and all, and I didn't know how often I was going to be cosplaying Elsa, and it turns out it was quite a lot. Once I really realized I was going to be doing this character frequently, I looked into getting a better wig than what you can find on Amazon. And I was disappointed, 100%. You have these wigs that are $100, $160, and they just don't look good. They don't look right. They look, I don't know, they're shiny. They're like that cheap, shiny quality that, you see that they don't look like they are worth $160. So I decided that I would take a chance and try to style this wig, see if I can do it on my own. I watched a lot of videos on YouTube, especially from one of my favorite drag queens, James Mansfield. She is just a beautiful ray of sunshine. I enjoy watching her videos. They always put a smile on my face. And she's very, very knowledgeable. And she lets you know what products she used and how she's doing it. And so just watching her really gave me the confidence to try it myself. And let's be blunt, my mom bought it, so I wouldn't be out any money if if I messed it up. And if I had to get a replacement, it would be under 20 bucks. So I felt really confident about doing it. And this is my dog, who doesn't care that I'm trying to do a video. Say hi, Scooby. Yes. Don't steal the cat's food. He does not like that. So I'm going to get rid of my dog. So what we're going to do, what I'm going to show you is, we're going to cut 2 close-ups of this wig. You're going to see how there's, the curls are there and how they're kind of laying. It's a little crunchy because I did probably overdid the product in there, but I really want it to stay when I do the character the next time, when I'm out and about. I really want to make sure that the curls don't fall apart on me while I'm with the kids or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and do some close-ups, and we're going to get into it. So this is the first wig I had, and you can see I styled up the curls and kind of got it where it needed to be. In the middle we have, the little bit of puffiness that she's got in the middle, because she kind of sweeps everything up. And if we compare this new one, you can kind of see it's just all over the place a bit. And yeah, you can just see it's really all over right out of the gate. So here we are, down to one wig on this really teeny table. I know it's really hard because I don't have a folding table. Oh, you think this is my folding table, because it's not. It belongs to His Royal Highness VII the Magnificent, first and last of his line by court order. He is currently not occupying it, but should I try to move it, he would be right back crying about it. So the crunchy old cat gets the table, and I get this little tray. It's okay, we can make it work. So let's start off on things that you are going to need or going to find very helpful in order to get this done. First is a wig head, and you can get them for under 20 bucks on Amazon, and I will leave a link below to the one I got. You are going to want a hair tie, because these come with a rubber band that will snap the first time you wear it, I promise. A comb, I prefer the little rat tails. It just seems to help smooth things out a lot better. Wig clips. You want these little guys there to keep your curls in place. And my two favorite products. It is got to be glued, hairspray and gel. These are my best friends when it comes to wigs and my own hair, to be perfectly honest. One thing you will need with these wigs, I've noticed in both of them, they don't have any sort of combs. So you're going to want to pick yourself up some wig clips to, at least in the back. I have one already in. I'm probably going to put in two more just to make sure everything stays behind. And you are definitely going to want one of these velvet wig bands to keep it in place. These will be your absolute hugest lifesaver. But you don't need these just yet. So, and I also have an extra comb brush I use for the wigs just to kind of smooth some of them out. All right, first things first is the braid. This one's actually a little messy coming right out of the gate here, so I'm going to pull apart the rubber band and just kind of work my way up and find where the spots where it needs to be brought in and smoothed out. I mean, it's not too far up, so I can come in and just take my rat tail and smooth it out. Right there. So now I can just come back and re-braid the bottom. And then what I do is, obviously, like I said, the rubber bands do pop off almost like the first or second time you're going to wear this wig. So I have this turquoise hair tie because I have a whole bunch of colored hair ties for various projects. So luckily I've got a whole bunch of these, and I'm just going to put that in the hair instead, since it's going to match, you know, her outfits. I'm going to put that in. And then just brush it out so the tail's one, so you don't see any of the segments. Kind of twist it a little bit. And I'm going to take a little bit of my hairspray and just kind of spray the braid a little bit so it stays in place. I mean, it will, you know, wear out over time, like, you know, straight hairs will pull out, just, it's going to happen. So you're going to have to definitely upkeep the wig because the product will break down over time. So just trying to get it all to be together. And just to keep it a little together, I'm going to rubber band that tip and let it set like that so it's not all over. There we go. Alright, this a little bit. You are going to see that this is got so many little layers all the way around. So what I try to do is identify where the lines where the braid starts. And that way we don't mess with that hair. I kind of comb it forward. And because these are cheaper wigs, they are segmented kind of well, in the sense of that you can kind of see where each piece is kind of supposed to go. So I can pull apart here, and you can kind of see right there is where there's a segment. And what I'm going to do is just brush it down to see how it lays on its own. Because some of this is going to go into the curl, and some of this is going to blend into the back. So you just kind of need to see where it goes. And this is where your clips come in really, really handy, because now you can get these out of the way and take better looks at where everything is. I'm not going to go completely all the way around just to get, I'm just going to clear it up so I can see this side first. And there's a lot of stray hair gets pulled. Probably going to cut a lot of it because there's nowhere for it to go unless I completely like undo the braids, and I don't want to do that. So I just moved the camera a little bit to give you a more closer view of how this wig's constructed. And like I said, you can see that the layer is here. And what I want to do is smooth this out so we can fluff out the rest. So I'll just kind of do a little brush to see where some of the give is on it. You can see there's shorter ones curled, and there's a couple of longer ones that are tucked into the braid. So we're trying to make sure we get those tucked in best we can. I am not the best at this technique, but I'm trying. So we can get that tucked in a little bit. Or not. Yeah, let's shove you in there. There we go. We shoved it in. But you can see that there's these shorter ones, and they kind of help you layer and kind of give you some volume into doing your next ones. And kind of just checking the other side to see where they're giving it. All right. And what I'll do is I'll do this side, and then I'll do the rest of it off camera, and then you can see the final result. And I'm definitely going to want this for one of her side curls. So we'll kind of, there's the root of it, and all right. Because this is going to come and help hide some of this wig cap underneath. And I start out with the gels, just because then I can start to mold things into where I want it to be. You can see how that curls under, kind of gives it this plus it helps pull out any of the hairs that are loose and were going to come out anyway. I find it helps kind of pull it out. Now some of it I can sweep into, and some of it I'm just going to end up cutting. know this is kind of boring.
So I did a little fast forwarding here, and I took the gel and I smoothed down this entire layer, leaving these these little hair wisps, because we're going to do those later. And then once that was put down, I used my hairspray that got to be glued, and now it's kind of drying, and I will start on the next layer. So just give me a moment to set all that up. All right, I've changed my angle again just so you can kind of see where I'm coming from. I'm starting in the back and the middle, because then once you have that part done, you can build the sides around it. So I'm going to start with the first one and then just kind of speed edit the rest later. But again, I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to kind of see, you can kind of see where some of the curls are going. So it helps you to know who's going to be coming down this way already. And looks like I am going to get not 7. You can kind of see right around this line. It's kind of giving me this line right here. So I'm just going to pull it out. You're not going to get exactly even on these. Let's be honest, these are cheap wigs. They're not going to be exact, and you know what? Neither is your hair. So in a way, it's almost more natural. Just, it might be a little bit of a pain here and there to separate a few things. So I'm just kind of looking at my parts and seeing where it's giving me or where these want to go. Because I'm just seeing where that middle is, and this one's kind of coming out a little bit. So does this look about right? Yeah, that looks about right here. So just give me a little bit of curl here. Yeah, just a little bit. Plus you can kind of see where it's coming. Okay, let's start with that. Actually, kind of want to go there. Yeah, okay. Now, like I said, we're going to continue with the middle. So we kind of pull out one of the little chunks. There's, on this one, they're sort of apart. Sort of. So just kind of see where it goes and what it's going to give you. And this is going to start with, this is going to be the basis for our back right there. And let's get these guys out of the way. We can concentrate on this one. And just goop it up. Take your comb, brush it through, get it nice and saturated so you can manipulate it. And this is going to, with our, because it curls, it's going to start giving us that body she has. And if you have naturally curly hair, y'all know what I mean, right? it to the end. Hooray! And this is where I'm inserting the obligatory like, share, and subscribe. And if you don't mind, leave a comment below. And I will see you in the next video. Or you'll see me. You know what I mean.